Question 4. Explain the difficulties of matching supply and demand for water in the UK. 6 marks. Okay, so let's have a look at this. So we need to explain, so say why there may be difficulties in matching supply and demand. So supply is where the water comes from, and the demand is how it is used, of water in the UK. Just be careful, there are questions about other resources in the UK, such as food and energy, but this is asking us specifically about water. If we just have a quick sketch map of the UK, down here, we have a mismatch of where water comes and where it is used, or where there's a high demand. So in the south and southeast of the UK, we have a high population. I'm going to draw a stick man here. However, we have low rainfall. However, in the north and northwest of the UK, our population is lower. However, we have high rates of precipitation. We have much more rainfall over here. So this little image can help us visualise that in the south we have more people. There's many more cities such as London down there, but not as much rainfall. And then in the north there's much more precipitation. However, the population is lower. So what this means is that if you have a higher population, you demand more water, but there isn't the same amount of water resources in the south. So what happens is we have to transfer water down from the north to the south. And this can be included in our explanation to answer the question. So let's start by saying how the highest demand is in the driest part of the country, i.e. London and the southeast. So the highest demand for water is in the driest part of the country, i.e. London and the southeast. However, the least demand is in the wettest part of the country, i.e. north and the west of the country. And so this means that water needs to be transferred from areas of surplus to areas of deficit, which is from the north to the south. However, we also know that in the future, there's potentially going to be a higher population rise in many of our cities, for example in London, and this means there will be an even higher difficulty in matching supply and demand for water in the UK. So let's look at how many marks we've got. We've got that there's a highest demand for water is in the driest part, which is London and the southeast. The least amount of demand is in the wettest part. We've got examples such as the north and northwest. Therefore, water needs to be transferred from the north to the south, and then also population rise may lead to more challenges. This is giving us 6 marks.